Pull up there was Bowley Lass, and in last placing Jill. Stand by for the placings. An easy win.
In race 9.
Attention Melbourne bookmaker.
Loudon Star. 05 driven by D. Woolcock. Second placing to Searching, driven by Leonie Collins, and third to Loudon Star.
Before they race in Melbourne, number 1 Wink at Me is now 7-1. 7-1 Wink at Me.
8-2-4, a delay in Melbourne. 8-2 and 4, race number 7, the winner returning now. Winner of race number 7, number 805.
Getting set for a start now on the back straight, and of course the runners trying to qualify for the final of $3,000 to be run over 1970 metres at Moonee Valley on Saturday, November 10. Spot on Ted at 1. At 2, Bayside Dollar from Gavel Smoke. 4, Sail Note. 5 is out. The journey 2,150 metres. So in the straight the first time, they'll have 2 laps to run. It's 2.5 laps of Glenview Park, and the starter lets them go. The barriers spring and they're racing this time. Down on the inside, pacing away well, Spot on Ted. And Spot on Ted has taken the early lead. Shows the way by a couple of lengths on them. In second spot on the fence as they sort themselves out there, Bayside Dollar. They're being followed after a gap by, over on the outside, Ripper Ricky. Thor Supreme the rail. Sail Note on the outside. A gap of 5 or 6 lengths then to Gavel Smoke. They're being followed after a gap then of 3 or 4 lengths to Skipper Bray. And a gap at the rear of the field there as they sort themselves out to Copper Warrior last of all. In the straight they'll race, and in front of the rail showing the way now was 1 Spot on Ted. Spot on Ted into the straight by a couple of lengths on them. Second spot on the rail now was this one, Bayside Dollar. A length or so, moving up sharply on the fence, then Gavel Smoke. They're being followed over on the outside by Ripper Ricky. A length or so on the outside, Sail Note. A couple of lengths off to Skipper Bray from Thor Supreme, and Copper Warrior back last of all. Into the back straight, they'll race behind Spot on Ted. And Spot on Ted, the leader, by length or so. It's Gavel Smoke on the fence and Bayside Dollar without cover on the outside. A length or so, Ripper Ricky 1 by 1 from Thor Supreme. They're being followed by Sail Note. A couple of lengths off, then down on the fence to Skipper Bray. And the Little Chestnut Copper Warrior back last of all. In the back straight, they've got a lap and a half to run. Provincial pace, second division. And in front of the rail, still Spot on Ted. Spot on Ted has been there since the word go and shows the way off the back straight by length or so. Over on the outside, Bayside Dollar. They're being followed by Gavel Smoke. Ripper Ricky with a card up 1 by 1. Along the fence, Thor Supreme. They're being followed over on the outside then by this one, Sail Note. A length and a half to Skipper Bray. And Copper Warrior still whips them in. Around the bend they'll race. In the straight they'll have a lap to run. And in front of the rail still Spot on Ted the leader. Spot on Ted being held well together. Shows the way by length. Over on the outside, Bayside Dollar. They're being followed further afield by Gavel Smoke the fence. Over on the outside, travelling nicely, Ripper Ricky. Further back, Thor Supreme on the rail. On the outside as they race into the final circuit, then to Sail Note. And they're being followed by Skipper Bray. And at the rear of the field, then Copper Warrior. Into the final circuit they race, and Spot on Ted. Spot on Ted still travelling nicely in the lead. Shows the way by a half a length. Bayside Dollar about to make a move on the outside. Along the fence, Gavel Smoke travelling well if it can get a run. Over on the outside, Ripper Ricky. Here's a go. Sail Note goes 3 wide around the field. Thor Supreme with nowhere to go on the rail. And they're being followed further afield by Skipper Bray moving forward. And a couple of lengths off the 3-year-old Copper Warrior last of all. Off the back straight they'll race, and Bayside Dollar. Bayside Dollar raced up on the outside of Spot on Ted and has taken the lead. A length off, Gavel Smoke got into the clear. A couple of lengths off, Sail Note can't do a great deal better. And they're being followed further back by Thor Supreme. Into the straight they settle. Oh, gee, one of them's down. One of them's down in front of the rail, Spot on Ted. Spot on Ted has regained the lead near the line. Over on the outside, Bayside Dollar, and Spot on Ted, I'd say, he's just got there. Close, I'd say Spot on Ted might have won from over on the outside, Bayside Dollar. The fallen one is who? 6 Skipper Bray. Further back over on the outside then well, the rest were out of it. The rest were out of it. Ripper Ricky, a long way from them, Copper Warrior. And we've got down on the track Gavel Smoke. Gavel Smoke and Spot on Ted came to grief. Not Spot on Ted at all.
What was the other one, mate? Yeah, go.
Now we'll get a report on
Raced by Royal Dollar from Pratina, raced by the Side Bay Racing Group, managed by R.G. Blanche, trained by R.N. Matthews at South Oakley and driven by R.N. Matthews.
Hilarious Blend Rockham. There's a couple of them well back here. Tamara Valley and also Frisco Liss are well back from the machine. And they pace into the back. Come up better now. All set to go in the last 2100 metres. Set, ready, green light up and off they go. One's gone into a wild gallop shortly after the start. Kenny's Eagle didn't interfere with anything else, and as they pace off the back, they're taking the lead is Hilarious Blend. Hilarious Blend, the leader by 6 metres. On the inside, Crazy K9 second. Around the outside, heading that division was Rockham. They're followed by, back on the rails came Green Bray. Covering it up on the outside there is Autumn Luck. Then a gap back in the field came On the Rocks. They're followed by the outside Tamara Valley. Further back Frisco Liss. They're followed by, dropping out to second last, was Kenny's Eagle. And last of all was Augishka. Past the judge with 2 laps to go in the last at Traralgon. The leader Hilarious Blend. Getting a bit closer on the outside Rockham. They're followed by Crazy K9 the inside. On the outside then came Autumn Luck. Snook it up along the inside. Green Bray on its outside now as they head to the back was On the Rocks. They're followed by, further back then came Frisco Liss. The outside was Tamara Valley. Second last as they headed to the back was Kenny's Eagle.
Correct weight Melbourne, correct weight Melbourne.
Was Augishka. They head down the back. The leader still is Hilarious Blend, held together. On the outside, Rockham a sulky's length away. Then came the inside, Crazy K9. They're followed by the outside was Autumn Luck. Covering up on the inside there, Green Bray. They're followed by the inside, Frisco Liss. On the outside, On the Rocks. They're followed by the next pair back. The inside was Kenny's Eagle. The outside there, Tamara Valley. And still at the rear of the field was Augishka. They swing round the turn this time, just over a lap to go. They'll face the bell. The lead of the inside's done nothing wrong, Hilarious Blend. On the outside, a Solgy's length away came Rockham. They're followed by the inside.
Racing Sydney, Racing Sydney, Racing Sydney.
At the moment by Autumn Luck as they pace past the judge with 1 to go. They're followed by, back on the inside came Green Bray, the outside On the Rocks. Hooked out 3 wide now Augishka. They're followed by, back in the centre came Tamara Valley. Further back then Frisco Liss, and last of all as they head into the back was Kenny's Eagle. Short of a lap to go in the last. The leader Hilarious Blend. On the outside, getting a bit closer now was Rockham. They're followed by the inside, Crazy K9 being covered up by Autumn Luck. Further afield now making ground. In the centre there was On the Rocks. They're followed by, back on the rails, Green Bray. On the outside, Augishka's still well back in the field. They're followed by Frisco Liss, and hooked out from the rear Tamara Valley. Off the back they swing. It's a line of 3 up front. On the inside, it's Hilarious Blend. In the centre, Crazy K9. And out 3 wide, coming at them strongly was Autumn Luck. They're followed by, further back, running on around the outside of the field. Then came On the Rocks, and wider still Tamara Valley. Straightening up and going to the lead now it's Rockham. Trying hard is Autumn Luck, and right down the outside with the strong runners On the Rocks. On the Rocks looks the one to beat. Tamara Valley on the outside and battling away Autumn Luck. In front though On the Rocks, and On the Rocks wins a neck. Second placing Autumn Luck. Third went to Tamara Valley. Then came further back the inside was Green Bray. Wider out on the track then came Crazy K9. They're followed by, further back, Augishka after the running of the last event. Then came Frisco Liss. Well back in the field was Rockham, and one of the last to pull up there, Hilarious Blend, along with Kenny's Eagle. Racing Sydney.
Got the others, but it's all Rock and Remus. It's going to blitz them. Hominy. In the centre of that trio is Lion Crest, 3 lengths away then. On settling down is Late Vintage, and tailed off is Valley Lee. She's lost even further ground. They leave the far side and work onto the long sweeping turn here at the park, and Mutual Boys a length in front now. In second placing up on the outside, Kid Courage, Sun and Air, then Whispering Crown followed hard ridden behind them on the outside, but making a little bit of ground, Denmark Valley. Pumping up along the inside is Volcon, now getting one off the rail to go up and join Sun and Air ahead of it. Then further back then is Whispering Crown and also Catch John. Whispering Crown though is caught deep, and then